SydeQuest, show about games, people who play them. It's your boy. Y'all cheering?
Just right in front of, just right.
Damn,
I'm
mid-introduction.
nails the intro. He nails the intro.
Sticks the land. Like, nah, go ahead. Fuck that up. It's your boy, him, Tremayne Labs, Tremayne, also known as Sergio Patterson. Sergio Patterson, right?
Sergio Patterson. Okay.
Why everybody worry? Don't worry about what I do on the weekend.
Okay. Nobody's questioning you, Tremayne.
Yeah.
And this week I did some fun stuff. I played a lot of WWE 2K25, and most importantly, I dove knee. It's WrestleMania season. I dove knee deep into wrestling content, and I realized John Cena is the GOAT. My GOAT.
Even as a heel?
Oh, it's the greatest. I'm so glad to be alive, dog. It is my serotonin boost, really.
Nice.
Yeah. So
dog.
Cena's back right now as a heel?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah. Okay. Maybe the greatest promo ever made last week. He went for like a full 25 minutes.
Okay.
And he basically essentially called the wrestling audience a toxic relationship and broke up with them. Like, shit you not. He was like, you guys boo me, you cheer me, I give you everything, and you give me nothing.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to, I know I turned heel. I'm not going to give y'all a new entrance. I'm not going to give y'all new gear. Because y'all dress like me still. He pointed to a kid in the audience.
Oh, no.
And was like, y'all dress like me.
Yeah.
I'm not going to change for y'all.
Yeah.
But yeah, that was my highlight.
He's
fucking John Cena's the GOAT.
But so I'm not huge into wrestling. I used to be actually when it was the WWF.
Same.
With like
Sting,
and Goldberg and
That's WCW.
Stone Cold Steve Austin.
That's WWF.
Thank you. But he is one of the three, I think, that has like taken his brand and like made it huge. Him, The Rock,
for sure,
and Hulk Hogan, obviously,
for sure.
So yeah, I like John Cena. He's cool.
Well,
so do they have like how's the game?
Hold on.
Uh-oh.
What do you say about Hulk Hogan? Y'all homies? Y'all besties? I'm just checking.
No.
I'm just checking. I'm just making sure. Real quick. The game is dope. They added a lot of little stuff.
Save yourself.
Hey, man, I'm just saying. Historically, Hulk Hogan don't like people like me. That's what I'm saying.
I didn't say I liked him because of his racial.
I'm checking on you as a homie. I don't want you to get canceled.
I like you more than Hulk Hogan.
Something about that phrasing didn't say right.
No. Nope.
So how's the game?
Yeah, the game is good. The game is dope. They added a bunch of little stuff. It's the little thing. The game essentially the same, but the story mode is better. It's still fuck Phil Brooks, by the way.
Okay.
I don't like CM Punk, and the story mode makes me hate him even more.
Okay.
And fuck Phil Brooks.
Do they have like creative player?
Oh yeah, no, I stay in the lab, dog. I love it.
Oh really?
Yeah,
Yes.
I stay in the lab. And this time, they integrated the story modes, so you had to make a male and female character, and the story modes are on top of each other.
That's cool.
And it's pretty fire.
What's cool, then you can compete in all the female wrestling matches. And
and they added intergender matches.
Gotcha.
Oh, that's cool.
Oh, it's fire. It's fire.
Yeah. Cool. That's dope.
Josh, aka the Boulderer.
Oh, the Boulder.
The Boulderer.
Oh, the Boulder.
But if you say it fast, the Boulderer. It just sounds like Boulder.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Rock climber.
Oh, okay. Oh,
Gotcha.
Because I'll tell you what.
Yeah.
When I started playing Fallen Order, I thought I was gonna be doing some like lightsaber swinging and shit. I didn't realize this Cal Kestis guy was gonna be a fucking reincarnation of Alex Honnold. Holy shit! 80% of the game, you're like, it's fucking incredible. I'm like, dude, he is doing the craziest shit right now.
Yeah.
I spent so much time climbing shit. I was like, this is fucking insane. So yeah, I've been playing.
Wait until the third one.
Oh man, wait till the second. Shit, it gets wild.
It does.
I'm prepared. But yeah, so I played that for a few hours this week. It's fucking awesome. It's like I told Rachel that it's for sure gonna be like top 5 for me. I can already tell. I love the story mode games, and this story, like the cut scenes and everything, is just great. Played Played a little bit of Balatro on the toilet.
That's
when I had time.
Exclusively
Exclusively
Okay.
on the toilet.
It is kind of the best place to play.
In the sauna, actually,
Okay.
too.
Okay.
So that was, it's, yeah.
Don't explode your phone, guy.
I'll try not to. It's my Switch.
Okay.
And even worse,
In the
I
sauna.
did break past Annie 11.
Okay.
Finally,
Yeah.
I got
Yeah.
the 13, I think.
There
and
you
I was
go.
playing just high card.
Yeah. High cards.
Dude, that high card strat is crazy.
Well,
Yeah.
high card is most of the strats that get you to like
The high-
main
high
infinity.
antes, yeah.
Yeah, is high card stuff because
High card equal number go big.
well,
There's,
I mean,
like, certain
it's the
jokers.
only. It's technically the only hand you can 100% guarantee you will be able
Right.
to play.
Understood.
Yeah.
Statistically speaking,
Gotcha.
right? So, like, if you can build a strategy that makes high card very, very strong, it does good. The
Yeah.
main one ends up being like you make your entire deck kings. You get Baron out, and you get two
Yeah,
cards
multiply
that like
all the
multiply
kings.
it and
Okay.
the thing.
Yeah.
Because Baron says every king that you're holding in your hand at the end does more multiplication.
Gotcha.
So it goes.
This
it's
is growing.
Taking
now,
notes.
really crazy.
Yeah.
My highlight of the week was playing in the constructed here yesterday
Nice.
for Lorcana.
Mhm.
It was the first constructed deck for the new set that I've gotten to play. And I brought like kind of a, I don't know if you'd call it off meta really, but like semi competitive, weird
Sure.
deck that I built like just to kind of combat what's going on right now.
Mhm.
And I just
Off meta.
wiped.
Yeah.
I just wiped.
Yeah,
with
no,
it.
it is.
Yeah.
Which I was able to, I'd only played maybe 4 or 5 games with it prior, but they were against Erin and my wife, and she's a great player, so it was very helpful. But yeah, it was just fun. Like it's a totally different deck than I'm used to, and it like completely was opposite of what people were running. So yeah, they just couldn't deal with it. So it was cool. That was my highlight.
Saw
Yeah.
some interesting stuff on Sunday yesterday.
Yeah.
Like there was some interesting. I saw a Ruby Steel that looked
Ruby Steel.
was interesting. It didn't seem like it performed like super well, but it seemed like there were some moments that he had that were like whoa in play that I was like, okay, you're onto something here. Like,
Yeah.
but it's like I don't know that it's like a rip the whole thing apart, but like
For
there
sure.
were some lines in there that I was like, oh, that's nasty.
So
like,
there's a new legendary card. It's a Mickey. It's a 1/1, and
Topolino.
whenever it challenges, whenever it challenges and banishes a character, you can play a character for free from your hand.
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
right.
So this guy got this thing. It's called a Vital Sphere out on turn 1. That when you tap it, you can
Mhm.
give challenger and rush to a character.
Mhm.
Yep.
So he played that on turn 1, and then on turn 2, whoever he was playing against, they like quested. They're like, no problem. Well, he played this Mickey, turned the
Vital
Vital
Sphere.
Sphere, gave it challenger and rush, just sacrificed the Mickey. 10/10 Goofy that quests for 4 out on turn 2.
It was dumb.
Golly.
I saw him do that and I went,
Oh yeah, I'm like, you
So
literally,
any-
yeah.
Any character.
any.
Any
Oh
character
my
from your
gosh.
hand for free. He got out at 10. It was turn 3 actually, not turn 2. But anyways,
But it was still
10/10
Mhm.
Mickey or a Goofy that quests for
oh,
4.
you can't.
Impossible to come. There's no deck that like.
Like,
can
oh, I'll
deal
just
with
knock that out.
That's a
now.
scoop,
Like,
right?
Yeah.
It's not. Yeah, I mean,
It's
it's
not
not a scoop, but it's a scoop.
But
Like,
Yeah.
but like
that Mickey or that Goofy's gonna go off for 12 to 16 lore before like a Maui and something else can deal
right.
with it.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, that was a cool deck. So yeah, it was fun yesterday. There was 8 of us here,
8. Yep.
and I'm 90% sure that there was 8 different colorways
Nice.
being
Oh,
played.
nice.
Yeah, it was cool.
So
Anyone
yeah,
playing
it
the
was-
new Broken Amber stuff?
Sapphire. Yeah, there was
Oh,
there
was
was
it
a
Sapphire?
there was a Sapphire and Steel deck that's like it's the one
Deck
that's won a
is
couple tournaments, and the
so
deck's ridiculous. It is so stupid.
Yeah.
It gets
So
out
Did
like
you play it?
40. I didn't play against it. I really wish that I would have.
Gotcha.
But yeah, and then somebody was playing this Ruby Sapphire deck
Mhm.
that's been like winning every tournament, and I actually played him on stream in the finals,
Yeah.
or
Oh,
in the
nice.
3rd
Yeah.
round,
Yeah.
and 2-0. So
Nice.
it was good.
I saw there's a lot of like actual discussion on whether or not that bell's got to be dealt with.
Yeah. So I had this
Like
discussion with
Estrada or just straight up banned.
Yeah, I had a discussion actually with Nick. He's a player local to the shop. Really, really good player. He's gone to big tournaments and done performed well. And I actually told him that I think that the card that they need to talk about banning is Popsicle. Just because that is like
that's the blue item.
That's the blue item that you play on turn 1 and you can draw, right?
Popsicle.
You play it and you play it on turn 1 and then you can draw.
Yep.
And that's it.
Oh, okay.
But it gives more ammo in the Sapphire Steel deck for Bell, right? Because to play Bell on turn 1, you have to banish an item, right? Right now they have 8. They have Fortis Sphere and they have Popsicle. You take 4 of those away, the consistency is a lot less, right? Not only that, but it's food for Hiram to quest and draw more cards. It's more items for the new Tamatoa to pull back.
Yep.
The big Tamatoa to gain extra lore with. So yeah, I had a pretty deep discussion with him where I'm like, Sapphire's OP right now.
Sure.
And the deck that I was playing had Sapphire. I was playing a blue-purple deck.
Yeah.
Right? Because I got the bell out on turn. I could get the bell out on turn 1 with Popsicle.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was interesting.
Yep.
He disagreed, but
Yeah.
he's he's a Sapphire Steel player.
I bet he is.
Yeah.
So there you go.
He doesn't say anything. He doesn't say anything. Yeah.
My question: how many arms and or legs is that Mickey Mouse card worth?
It's actually it is extremely hard. He did that. He did that in his first game. I watched it happen on stream.
Needs all the
And
pieces.
then I played him in the second round.
Yeah.
And I just didn't turn shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, you're not getting that off. And
Right.
so I waited until I got this board just loaded up of characters. And I have a card in my deck. It's Hades. That when I play it, you chuck something in. You pick a character that goes into their inkwell, right?
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna turn 6. I'm turning everything this way. He did the Mickey thing, got out the Goofy, and I was like, Hades into your inkwell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You get nothing out of this,
Yeah.
basically.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's if you're playing against like a pretty competent player, they're ready for that kind of thing. So yeah.
Very cool.
So yeah.
What's up, guys? Ron, aka Double D Lover. Anyways, the we're talking Daredevil, folks. And easy.
Oh, my bad.
He takes back the fist bump.
I mean, they go both ways.
Yeah.
Now it's a double.
Yeah, there
Yeah.
is. Because as far as gaming goes, I did not go very far. I played a little bit more Fallen Order this week. About to go back to talk to some Wookiees. I don't know how far that is in the game yet.
So you're Kashyyyk?
This for the second time.
Okay.
So Tarful time.
Okay. Okay.
But it's not that far. But I feel like I'm getting I have most of the powers.
Okay.
Now, I feel because I have the pushes and the pulls and like
Yeah.
all of that kind of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So yeah, still loving it. I love it. It's
It's so fun.
good. I just like my wife was at she went out this Saturday, so I had some extra time to play in the evening play, which is almost never. And I got my headphones on and was just blasting it because man, the sounds in that game are just
fucking awesome.
So
every
good.
lightsaber swing, every whatever. And I love all of the Stormtrooper their commentary
Oh, it's
like
so
the Stormtrooper
funny.
commentary
Yeah.
is so fucking funny.
It's so good.
I'm the last one. I can do this.
I can do this one. It's like, you, sir, cannot.
2 down.
All right, there we go.
But yeah, that was literally the only game I did. Didn't touch my Steam Deck this week. Didn't do anything. So, but I did watch all 3 between last week and the week prior. I watched all 3 seasons of the Netflix Daredevil and the new stuff. So
Nice.
Did you watch Wild Robot?
I've seen it before.
Oh,
Yeah, he was the only one.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Did you? No.
Did you?
No.
But I didn't watch Flow. So I didn't. Was that what it was called?
Yeah, Flow. Yep.
Yeah, I haven't watched that yet. Haven't cried today or this week for those reasons.
Yeah.
To a movie.
To a movie. That's where we were going. Yeah. That's it.
So my question for you, having now binged Daredevil,
Yeah.
how do you feel about the first 3 episodes of the new one?
4 episodes?
4.
You right?
Yep.
That's like, I
Have you
forgot
guys
it was
seen the
third.
first? You guys
No,
haven't seen it yet?
and it's gonna be
It's-
probably
Yeah,
forever
don't worry
until
about
I
that.
do.
It's
about-
gonna be
okay.
a minute for me.
Don't
Well,
worry
no,
about that.
I'm
Don't
not.
worry about that.
Talk about it.
Don't worry about them.
It's about us right now.
Right.
Saw that.
Okay. I I need to see a suit in episode 5.
Yes. I agree 100%.
I don't care if it's a mask. I don't care, whatever. It needs to happen.
Yeah.
You saw suits
in the first episode.
And in this one, and in 4. You saw a suit.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
You see suits.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You see suits.
See suits.
Oh.
Cheap suits.
You see suits.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Well, anyways, it's just like I know they reshot a bunch of stuff or whatever, and like it's very She-Hulk right now because they're in the courtroom a lot, and which is fine. It's part of his character. That's fine. It's fine. But at the same point,
that was you just hit a nerve.
No, I'm good. I don't mind. I get where you're coming from because I don't mind this court stuff, but I did mind the She-Hulk court stuff.
Oh yeah, no, I didn't dislike that show completely, but it wasn't
good.
Great. Yeah, but it's like a one watch. Like Daredevil, I could go back and rewatch all the seasons.
I'm
probably gonna make my wife watch it because it was just so good.
Yeah.
So good.
My unabashedly, my mom loves
Double D's.
the Daredevil.
Yeah.
There's the title.
But yes, the model or the dialogue with Skullman was great. Like that was incredible.
Yes. Yeah, I honestly, we will go way too far off the rails if we pop this can open. I will say I really like where they're going. I'm really glad we haven't seen a suit yet. I think it's the right narrative choice for what they're doing. I loved the scene that we got with Skullman.
Crazy
in the trailer, like with Frank
Punisher,
with the Punisher with Frank Castle.
When you said Skullman, I was like, oh, it's
he's also just to be also very clear. He is the thumbnail on the episode.
Oh, okay.
It's just his face doing this. So like I don't feel like it's spoilers to say
but
this
anyway,
is the episode.
Yes. Just be ready for that dialogue. It's very good.
It's very good.
And the first episode was incredible. Broke my heart.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
So we'll talk about more of that later. In speculation and possible ties.
I do have a complaint about the episode, and we will talk later.
Yes.
Okay. Drew, how are you?
I'm good. I'm Drew, aka Two Shades.
Two Shades.
I had a good week. I got a good amount of gaming in. I went to New York City to see Refused's final tour.
I was going to say in game.
No, in the real
IRL.
In real life, flew out at like 4 a.m. on Friday.
Did you go to sleep?
No.
I didn't think so.
No. Yes, I did.
Oh, you did?
I did go to sleep Thursday night.
Okay.
Yes. Did not go to
3
sleep.
a.m.
No. I actually I went to bed at like 11:30, and woke up at 3:45 to get to the airport to fly to New York. So I was
What city?
New York City.
New York City.
New York City.
You really are a devious bastard. It has to happen every time. Sorry.
Just a normal human man. Went to New York, saw Refused. The Refused are fucking dead tour. Their last bit. It was very good.
Were they propped up on stage?
No. For those who aren't aware, Refused is a Swedish hardcore band.
Nice.
Well, they are. They're on their last tour right now.
And last leg.
Well, no.
Okay.
We're
beating it.
Yeah, we got it.
They're strung up like marionettes.
They've been an active band. They've been an active band since '93.
Okay.
They toured 93 until like 2000 when they released an album called The Shape of Punk to Come, which was like a very, very large deviation from like the hardcore that they had been playing, which was like heavily inspired by like New York hardcore. So like even though they're a Swedish band, so it was very like youth crewy and like and like straight edge philosophy inspired, even though not all the members were straight edge, just the vocalist. I don't even know if any of the other members are. But then The Shape of Punk Could Come really honestly not to discredit Earth Crisis, because Earth Crisis was probably like the big like metal hardcore band, but like what ended up being like early aughts metalcore and pop punk metalcore and stuff like that you can like if you listen to A Shape of Punk to Come, which was released in '99, you're like, oh, it's this, right? Like it really actually was like prophetic in a weird way, and it didn't really take off. Like they didn't get massively popular. They broke up on the tour to release the album, so and they just started infighting on the tour here in the U.S. They played in Atlanta, and then they were like, "Nah, fuck it, we're done." And they broke up. And they got back together in like '07. And they're a deeply political band.
After a lot of therapy.
Deeply political band. They were going to break up last year, and their vocalist had like a surprise heart attack. He's like super fit guy. He's been like straight edge since like not for a very long time. Gotcha. So it's like there's no like drug stuff. No, like he like runs marathons and stuff like that. Just like freak accident, had a heart attack before they were going to go on tour, so they postponed it. And they kicked it off in New York City.
So this was the first show.
Oh, that was
This was the first show. Yeah,
Nice.
this was the first show of the tour. It was really good. Quicksand also played, which is some members of Gorilla Biscuits. It's like their post-hardcore thing. So it was great. It was an awesome show. Got to travel for a little bit. But it was a really, really good trip. I didn't play very many video games this weekend. I did play more Balatro. I played a lot of Balatro on the plane. Played a lot of Balatro on the toilet.
It's crazy how quickly time will pass.
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
it is crazy how quickly time will pass.
Yeah,
time to numb leg.
Yeah, time to numb leg.
We're all gonna get hemorrhoids from Balatro.
Oh, maybe it's that.
Yeah. Oh, shit. Drew, why have you been on the toilet for 3 hours?
I can't get it out.
Played some more Heroes of Hammerwatch, that like the dungeon dive roguelike. That game's still really great. I ended up splurging on the DLC for it. Well, splurging. I mean, I think I paid like $29 for everything, including the game.
Too rich for
I know, yeah, for like 5 DLCs and the core game.
This is faker than fake.
Oh, okay.
This is crazy.
Cut that.
Played Phasmophobia last night for the first time in a long time since it like actually released. I played
Is that
it when
a
it was
Poop Your Pants game?
It is the
Poop Your Pants game.
I have been thinking about getting it, and even looking at the fucking image on my Steam Deck, I go, that's gonna make me.
Is that the poop
I'm
flashlight?
gonna poop if I
It's
play
where
it.
there are flashlights. You play a crew of 4 ghost hunters,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it's
yeah.
an
Okay, yeah.
explicitly
Yeah,
multiplayer
I know what it is.
game.
Yeah.
I'm
No.
not playing a flashlight game.
Huh?
I'm not playing a fucking flashlight.
Unless it's flashlight tag,
What do
then
you
I'm
mean?
in.
Well, yeah.
Oh no,
Oh,
it's not
deeper
like
than
like the flashlight's not. It's not like you can't see anything.
Dude,
unless
I
it's
couldn't
flashlight.
play Poppy's Playtime.
Okay.
I'm not playing Phasmophobia.
Okay.
I'm with Josh. I would spend the money and then go, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Was I
I'm
doing?
just
The
gonna zoom in
last
on your
horror
face
game
cam.
that I played
Yeah.
was Resident Evil 7, maybe.
Okay.
Oh, that's so good.
And I was like,
Resident Evil 7 is scarier than Phasmophobia.
okay,
No,
then
that's
I'm back in.
because
It's more
you're playing with
realistic.
4 people.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And
So you got your
play-
group.
It's a
you got your
tinge
group-
goofier.
It's a tinge goofier,
Okay.
right? But it like it is
It
a
is
scary
scary,
game,
yeah.
right? Like so you're playing 4 ghost hunters. The whole goal that you're told that there's a haunt at a location. You go to the location. You've got like all the like tropey. You go in a box truck and you've got
Yeah.
your
All your gear.
your gear.
Mhm.
You go into the house, you try and find the room that it's haunting in, you load it all up, you do all that fun stuff. It's really fun. But man, it is
Rachel, we should play
yeah.
together.
Okay,
Yeah.
that I would do.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
We should
Let's
play
test it
that.
out.
What's that one game with like the small guys with the big eyes, and then they have like the side like have you seen this going around? Okay, they have like they're very cartoonish, and they have like the big eyes, and you have to like hide and be like super quiet. And there's
Oh,
like a guy
yeah,
with a
yeah.
shotgun that can only hear things. Have you not seen any of these videos?
No.
I have
Oh
seen
my
the
God.
video.
I don't know what the game's called. A lot of the streamers are playing it right now,
Oh.
but it's a multiplayer game or whatever. But like there's literally like they'll be like running out of room, run, and then they'll go hide under a bench, and then you have to be dead quiet because
Yeah.
the guy's like walking through with like a shotgun,
Uh-huh.
and then someone will just go. And it'll just like immediately target this person and shoot them.
Oh, wow.
It's so
Okay.
funny. But they all
Oh,
use
yeah.
like soundboards and shit to fuck with everybody.
Oh,
okay.
It's
Oh.
so good. I don't know
Yeah.
what game it is. We'll figure
And
it
that's
out.
how I'm
So-
also on my friends.
So
Yeah, in the comments below, but let us know what game that is because
Phasmophobia does something similar. Like it has forced proximity chat. So
Yep.
like you have to talk through the game. You can talk to the ghosts through the game. You have to talk. But like if you don't, like different ghosts, different ghost types act differently.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so like some of them are a little more friendly unless you start to like just not get what they're trying to lay down and then they get aggressive. Some of them start really aggressive, but then like the more you spend time with them, stop getting aggressive. You kind of need the combination of both to get all the clues to figure out what type of ghost it is, right? And that's the whole goal. You're trying to get like a combination of 3 different clues.
There's like a main boss ghost.
What's that?
Is there like a main boss ghost?
No.
Oh,
it's just like kind of like randomly generated. Like you go into this location and it'll be a different type of ghost every single time. You don't know.
Gotcha.
And it's cool. It's really, really fun. But it has that thing like when the ghosts are hunting, everybody's got to go find a closet to hide. If you're in the house, so here's the best part about it.
Do you have to be alone in the closet?
Nope.
No.
Been there.
I was gonna say if there's only one person allowed in a closet, you're like fighting over a closet.
No. Depends on the closet whether
Rachel
or not it
refuses
is
to
the
go
right
back in the
size.
closet.
Yeah. So like the best part about Tremayne, got it. Everybody.
We got it. All right.
It's clicked. It's clicked
Is
for
that you
everyone.
don't actually have to be in the house.
Oh.
So like the box truck that is parked out in the street away from the place that the game is happening is also a place that you can go back to at any point in time. Because you got to go back to get supplies.
Right, yeah.
So my ass is just like, I'm just guying the chairing the whole time, watching the sanity meters of everybody that's in there just like shrink down. They're like, we have to be below like a negative 40% or a 40% of sanity in order to like get the thing. Why are we at 50 times? Like they come back to the thing. I'm at 98. They're all at like 2. I'm like, I don't know, guys. I've been in there. I brought the camera to the door. Did you see that?
I dropped it off for you guys.
Yeah.
Is there a way I can give some of my sanity to you?
Tell you about my
Yeah, so it's a lot of fun, and I played Timberborne for the first time.
Is it about wood?
It is. It's about It's really cutesy, but it's post-human extinction.
Okay.
Beavers run the world.
Hell yeah.
It's a factory builder game. So
Okay.
like
Gotcha.
Factorio, Satisfactory, any of that sort of stuff. Top down.
Are you sure it's not otters?
This Beavers.
Oh.
Yeah.
hell
Yeah.
of a do.
Science!
There is some text. I'm not at this point in the game. There is some text that seems to indicate that like some pieces of machinery can only be ran by beavers. So maybe at some point in time, I do find some otters or something else. But
Okay.
there's some like beaver exclusive machines that you have to build.
Okay.
Can you say beaver one more time?
Beaver.
Beaver.
Leave it.
To Beaver.
Double
Yeah,
D's and
but
Beavers. I wonder if your horror game.
We got it.
What?
Yeah.
I wonder if
the
your
title.
horror game, your new horror game, is going to end as well as Sons
the
of
last
Forest.
one.
Well, so I've played a lot of Phasmophobia. I've played a lot of it like when it was in early
Well,
access.
it doesn't have like a storyline.
There's
right?
no story.
Yeah, yeah.
It's just unlocking, progressing, getting enough gear to like be able to find and successfully survive harder and harder haunts. Like,
Yeah.
but the location is really what changes. You kind of start at like a 2-bedroom house, and then like eventually you're in like a multi-complex prison that's been shut down for ends.
Of course, it's a prison.
Of course.
Yeah.
It's always a
Of course it is. Yeah.
Yeah. So that was it. Lots and lots of gaming. I did see Mickey 17 while I was in New York waiting for
Yeah, how was
the
that?
show. Very good.
I don't
Really?
know what it is.
It's a
Mick-
new Robert Pattinson movie.
Oh, yeah. We talked about it for a second.
Yep.
Yeah, we
Robert
did.
Pattinson, for the guy who did Parasite, directed by the guy who did Parasite.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
So
Yeah.
fucking good.
It's dark
I didn't see
comedy.
Parasite, yeah.
Definitely for fans of like any Terry Gilliam movies, or like if you like Brazil and like dark dystopian movies that like otherwise wouldn't be funny but are funny
Okay.
because
Okay.
of the way that they're portrayed. Like
Okay.
it's very good. I laughed
Nice.
so much. It has something important to say, but it's not like heavy-handed about it. It's
Good.
the opposite of heavy-handed
Nice.
about it. And you
Check
get
it
to
out.
watch Mark Ruffalo do a terrible Donald Trump impression for
Nice.
like 2.5 hours, and it's beautiful.
Oh, God.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
That was the best Hulk.
Yeah.
No better Hulk.
Man, that was good.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Rachel AK. I got nothing. I got no AKs today.
You want one of my shades?
Sure.
AKA
One
Rachel
shade.
One Shade?
Rachel One Shade.
Rachel One Shade.
Rachel was going on the floor shade. This week I played. Well, I finished. I beat Survivor. And so now I'm just doing like collection of like 100% explored in every area.
Getting all the boxes.
Boxes and
Are you tired of swinging a lightsaber?
fucking never.
Never gonna let you go.
I actually am just like I'm so overpowered right now. Every single skill tree.
That better not be your.
this
That
list-
better not
I'm
be your
sure
kill
this
list.
is like notes later or your kill list.
It's his
I
kill
thought
list.
it was like things that you're taking
No,
out for later.
that went in the back pocket.
Oh,
His stuff that he likes to play later, that goes in the front left pocket.
Oh,
I've
okay.
noticed it.
Well,
You know,
was it written in lipstick?
Yeah.
It's just,
All right.
it's just you heard Death Note, right?
Yes. Stop it.
Okay, all right.
I love that anime. Anyways, continue.
100%.
100%.
Yeah. So like I don't. Point is that like at this point I'm having so much fun with all of the skills that I've opened and like my skill tree is almost completely full for every single stance and like it's just it's fan. I mean at this point I'm just like
You're completely
smashing
OP.
I'm smashing B1s on one hand. I'm pulling a stormtrooper, firing the gun to kill other people. Like it's just fucking
That's
it's
cool.
phenomenal.
Yeah.
Like it's a good time. I hardly even need my lightsaber to be totally honest.
Yeah.
And
So,
I'm like
so you trying to swing?
Stop.
No.
it, man.
no.
She's more into unlimited power at the moment. Yes.
So my highlight from that particular game is that the final boss I counted juxtaposed to last time when it had to be at least like 40 tries.
Yeah.
Took me sub 10. I did it in
Sub
8
10.
days.
Dang,
There you
single
go.
So I was like-
digits.
Goodness.
Thank you.
Do they have multiple health bars?
He did not have multiple health bars. He had phases. Where his combat style would change. So his combat style changes 3 times.
Yeah.
And so you had like I had the first pattern down and I could always get to phase 3, but with Grandmaster mode, they change like what to anticipate from the boss, even within like the known moves.
Oh.
The move sets are completely randomized.
Gotcha.
So like you'd be like, oh yeah, so his next thing will be a force choke.
Right. Yeah.
And you got to dodge that, and it like he'll look like he's revving up to do that, and he'll do something completely different,
Right,
and
yeah,
he'll just
right,
squash
that's
you.
cool. 2 swings and an aerial dive.
Yeah, and then you're like, fuck,
Yeah.
damn it again, I have to do this again. But yeah, so that was cool. I started Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm gonna reserve any comment until I actually I'm gonna actually start over, and the reason I say that is because like I was distracted when I started.
Yeah, can't do that.
And I knew I was like, fuck, I don't know what's going on. Like I have not paid a close enough attention to the story and like the world building that they're doing right now. And all I know is I'm doing normal Assassin's Creed shit, if you will.
Not able to climb trees.
And so I'm just like, you know what? I'm literally gonna just start over, and then once I get past like what I know is the prologue section, I will give my thoughts on it.
Pro Luigi.
I've done that before. I found myself being excited to start a game.
Yeah.
For some reason, my brain just cannot focus on what I'm doing.
I don't.
And
know
I'll
what
get to
my
like the
problem
end of a
was.
tutorial, and I'll be like, "What the fuck did I just watch?"
Yeah.
I did
I
that.
don't, I don't think I paid.
Did I learn
attention to it.
anything?
Yeah.
I played for an hour and a half,
Yeah.
and I looked at. I mean, I just like I don't know if I just wasn't grabbed by it right away or whatever, but I just looked at. I was like, what the fuck did I just even do?
Who
So
are you people?
so that was my experience with there. I'm gonna start that back over, and then my surprise, the game that took me by surprise, was no, I did download it though. I'm gonna give that a go.
Delete it.
Balatro.
No.
Damn it.
Under heavy influence of being told you should try it, I downloaded Disney Dreamlight Valley.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Is this
It was-
from the wife?
Yes,
Okay.
and one of our really really good friends who has given me great game recommendations, and when it's coming at me from both sides, I'm like, she's like, I'm telling you, it's gonna you like Disney characters.
AC.
What's the game?
Disney Dreamlight Valley. And so this is why it's a different game for me, is that it's theoretically a cozy game, right?
Right,
So
yeah.
it's like
There's no Grandmaster.
Right. It is like, you know.
Oh, there's a new game plus.
It's you know, here's your tasks.
Yeah.
Go accomplish the tasks, and Merlin has asked you to collect things and do whatever, right? And so it's like world buildy, accomplish tasky, and that's not normally my jam. But like all of a sudden, I was like 5 hours in, and I was like, holy shit! Like, where did my time? Because I was off the past week, and I was like, what the fuck? Like, where the hell did 5 hours go? I have to go get Sammy from work. Like, shit, I gotta go.
I got the kids at school.
You just finished Survivor on Grandmaster, so I'm assuming the pendulum is swinging back
That's
this
what I-
way,
that's what I
and you
was
need
gonna
to
say.
touch this a little bit
Yeah.
so they can kind of
Just,
mellow
like,
back
balance
out.
back yeah, probably. But it really took me by surprise
That's
how
cool.
quickly I like grabbed into a cozy game space.
Oh, they know
Like,
what they're doing.
They know, and man, like I want to help Merlin. Like he's
Dude.
asking me to do favors for him. I'm gonna help him.
Turn me into a
And then
fish.
cute little Mickey's like, "Hey, will you make me my favorite meal?" And I'm like, "Shit, all right, dude. What do you want?" Right?
What is Mickey's favorite meal?
Fruit salad.
Yummy, yummy.
I don't believe it.
I don't know.
Him and the
He's a
little
liar.
Ground up dog.
Wait, what?
My
But yeah, so that's actually a really fun game.
Only chihuahuas.
Wait, what happened?
Oh boy!
You peel the cover of the video game out. Disney's Nightmare Valley.
Right.
Oh shit! I got the wrong one.
Before we're done here, did anyone play Split Fiction yet?
Not
No,
yet.
It's
but
on-
I want to so
it's on our
bad.
to-do
It
list.
is on my
I
list.
bought it on the Steam sale. It wasn't
Okay.
very. It was like $5 off on,
Yeah.
on the
Dang.
Steam sale.
I missed it. Should have got it.
I mean, it
was
was
it like 20 bucks now?
It's
30
new.
bucks?
It was.
It's
It's a new game, so
Yeah.
it wasn't like it was just like a hey, we want to participate too. So
Right,
you
yeah.
can
Yeah.
have, you can have a few dollars off.
Oh, $5 off. I thought you
Yeah.
said 4 or 5. I'm like, there's no way.
No.
Yeah,
Yeah. That's
Yeah.
what I'm saying. Like that's why I said like Steam. You know,
Yeah,
it was one of those things that like new games that are just dropping do when the Steam sale
Yeah.
does. And
Yeah.
be like,
Yeah.
you know, here's
just
a,
reminds-
here's a favor.
Yeah, it reminded me of that section that everybody's seeing online where the pigs go into the grinder and turn into hot dogs, then you act as hot dogs.
I haven't seen that section at all,
Well, it's-
actually. But yeah,
I've seen it like all over the place.
I think Ron is hallucinating his own version of the internet.
Yes.
come to find out he's been playing Balatro and he's sleep deprived.
Right, that's
You're like
I
Squidward,
am
dog.
hallucinating.
You try the
Wow.
Krabby Patty and don't want to tell people you like it.
Bob, no.
But
Oh.
I have a friend. Their name is Nicole. We played all the other games that the studio has made.
Okay.
We just haven't had time. She bought it.
Yeah,
We just haven't had time to start playing it.
right.
But we played It Takes Two. We played No Way Out and Split Fiction. And
Oh, no way.
our
That's
next
so
one.
good.
Yeah.
No Way Out caused a fight because that ending fucking sucked.
Oh, okay. I'll give you
Well,
that.
yeah.
And so the ending sucks if one of you is way better at shooters than the other.
Yeah.
And I obliterated her, and I felt so bad.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Yeah,
It's
I
on our
really want to
to-do
play
list.
it. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
I
on our
really
to-do.
want to play it too, for sure. It looks really good. It's getting great. I mean, it's
It's
getting a
getting
lot of great
incredible.
feedback.
Yeah.
Yeah, it looks good.
Did you see the people that beat the laser hell or whatever? It's like
Oh,
a
yeah,
special
yeah.
whatever, but like
Got
they're
that crypto
literally
Sweden or something?
getting to fly them out to actually like do a studio. The first
Oh.
people that did it.
Oh, that's
Like
cool.
they
that's
got
cool.
to the end and basically they like the creator came up on there and
Mm.
said congratulations for beating it. And
Oh my
they're
god, Ready
basically
Player
flying
One
you out.
style.
It was
it was
dope.
that's
Yeah.
all the Ready Player One.
Yeah, I'll never get to that level. It's yeah.
Never in
Yeah,
hell.
no. Yep.
Laser
Well,
hell.
I feel like that's the kind of game like that's something I could probably never play with my wife.
Hey, same.
Well,
But
once.
like once, yeah, right, and then Sane's wife.
Yeah, forever,
Permanently.
forever, no life.
Yeah, I know. My best friend wants to play it, so I was Kyle, aka Iceman, aka Best Man.
Aw.
I like Kyle.
Yeah.
AKA a Sidecast fan.
Oh,
Those all
okay.
rhymed.
Oh.
But yeah, we got to play, so maybe we'll figure out how to play that without yelling at each other.
Mm.
Our relationship will survive.
Minimal yelling. That's the best I
Small
can.
amount of yelling.
That's the best I can do.
We can grind up piggies and turn into hot dogs. Anyways,
It's not part of the game.
it's not part of the game. I always say it. It never happened. There's no lasers either. No one's
Balatro
flying.
this whole time.
Yeah, yes.
Cards.
Jokers. So,
Didn't Balatro win some kind of award or something?
hella awards.
Yeah.
You know about
Well,
that. You
yeah.
brought it up.
Was there a recent
What
award
was it?
show?
The GDC Game Developer.
The Game Developer Awards.
Okay.
Which like inside industry voting, right?
I
Like
believe so.
it's
So-
Yeah.
game developers voting on
Game developer choice. Yeah.
yeah.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
It's like game
It's not
developer.
player base.
Yeah.
Right.
Right.
People who make games voting on
Okay.
what the best games
Gotcha.
are.
I think it won Game of the Year,
Yeah. It ate.
which
Yeah.
means and like 3 other things. I can't
Yeah.
remember exactly
Yeah.
what they were, but there was like 4 different awards.
So that making it a
yeah,
double Game of the Year.
you guys
award
definitely
winner?
shouldn't play.
Cause it,
Plenty of us. Plenty of us.
Okay,
They
that's
don't
fine.
need me.
No, I think. I mean, I can't say I was surprised. I can't say I was surprised that it did really well, especially in that setting. As much as I have heard my friends and acquaintances that are in that industry talking about that and talking about like what the fervor around it has been. There's been like all these different games and game franchises are just like giving their licensing to have cards, skins in the game, like. They're in there for free. There's like literally no financial.
you don't gotta pay the $10
you don't pay
for
anything.
Pokemon
You
package.
just go. Yeah, you just go like, oh, okay. Now I can have a Fallout deck,
Right.
right?
Yeah.
Until
and-
they get sued for using Pokemon likeness.
yeah. So I mean, it deserves to be up there. It really does. Like me and my buddy Josh. Not this Josh.
Other Josh.
Sorry,
dog.
Who went
was
to
so
who went
tragic.
To, I know. I'm sorry.
It looked so sad.
that
Your
really-
what'd your
that was
second best
kinda-
buddy, Josh?
Stay on that side of the table, Drew.
Oh yeah.
Fuck the other Josh up
we
too.
Tell us about less important Josh.
Yeah.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
I would like to know.
Hey, guess what? It's not my fault that you were born in the 90s and everybody was named Josh.
That's
Oh,
true.
Okay,
That's
Drew.
That's fair.
You're okay.
That was fucked up, man. Oh, that hurt. Shut to the heart. Actually,
Okay.
Drew,
Actual.
and not born in the 90s, but yeah, I don't know why I said that like, but yeah, and I'm old as shit. So,
So how fucking cool am I?
Yeah,
nice.
Ugh. There you go.
Just sideways. Sideways.
Yeah, sideways for sure.
yeah, so we did not like we couldn't get plane seats next to each other when booking through the things for the flights that are back. So this kid was like sitting next to me and like had clearly never seen it before. Yeah, like like the flight starts and it's like
Yeah.
Yeah, nice
Just
little look.
give him a little scope out. Yeah.
See a lot
and
of
then
colors.
like 40 minutes before the plane
He's
lands,
touching
He's
your
like, he's on your lap, and you're like,
no, Jesus Christ.
Let him finish.
No, he finally goes like, hey, what game's that?
Yeah.
how
And
old
like-
is this kid?
Like 13.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
okay.
All right. All right.
Okay.
Like
Definitely not on his lap.
Well,
yeah,
I will
yeah.
hope not.
No, and I was like, it's called Balatro, and he was like, what does that do? And like, what, like,
There you
so
go.
he's been like, I don't know, but since like takeoff and him glaring at like how much he's been watching, but he's like some very specific questions about like what he's like, and those cards you were playing with like the gold stamp on them, what are those? And I was like,
I've been watching for a long
dude, you've
time.
been just like
What is it? Are you playing the
Yeah.
one?
Hey,
Are you
Anderson,
playing the one with
nothing
the plus or the ones with
Yeah.
the multiplication symbol?
but there's
Which ones are
something
you playing?
to that.
did you
There's,
let
like-
him play it all?
Huh?
Did you let him play it?
No.
No
I'm
one
not letting
touches
some
my Steam
straight
Deck.
Hey,
shit.
hey,
Or were you
Damn.
doing it on your phone?
Like my phone?
Was it on
One
your phone?
of us.
Yeah, no.
One.
I
You
don't-
are letting the cult down.
It
dog.
doesn't
Seriously.
need. It doesn't. It's fine.
You guys don't realize this, but
The kid
every
was
like
like 13,
every like
he's got
3
his own
minutes, I
phone.
go like
Yeah.
this.
He
Right.
didn't.
What he doesn't know is I have no hearing in my right ear.
So funny story about this kid and phone. I have a folding phone, right?
Yeah.
And so I'm playing it in tablet mode, and the plane lands, and I sense like. I mean, it's a kid I don't know, right? So like once a run ended and he was like overly invested, I was like, all right, I'm done. And I like put it away and tried to figure something else out to do. Cause like, I don't know, as a parent, like, it just was, I was like, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I've talked to this kid for
I've
too
talked
long.
to this kid for too long,
Yeah.
and so like I'm gonna, not feign anymore. Also, like maybe his parents don't want him playing like a
Right.
poker-ish,
Right,
game or whatever. And so like I fold my phone and go like, all right, we're done. And I fold my phone. He goes, that's a phone. And I was, and I'm like, yeah, it's a folding phone. And he like reaches into his pocket and he goes, I got a folding phone too, and picks out like a flip phone,
Yeah, nice.
like a kid's flip
He's
phone.
definitely not allowed to play Balatro.
Definitely not allowed to play Balatro. And I was like, oh no.
That was the first screen he had ever seen in his life.
Right. Drew's got his
Yeah.
phone.
And I was like, oh man. But he was really, he was a good kid. Like he was there with a bunch of his siblings. He was like trying to make sure that his siblings were taken care of. So he was a good kid.
He
But
was like, check out Snake.
He drove away on a horse and buggy.
Huh?
He drove away on a horse and buggy.
Check out these emoticons.
No, he wasn't on the plane driving away in a horse and buggy. Those things
Well, they're under this. Yeah, they're underneath.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
So all of that to say, like, I mean, the fervor around Balatro, like, I think it has earned
valid.
it. Like, whether it is or isn't for everybody, because nothing is for everyone.
Right.
It deserves to eat right now because it is something special and new and something that like people just see you playing it over your shoulder and
Sure.
they're like, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
It looked. At first, you're like, that person's playing solitaire.
Right,
And then you
yeah.
peek a
Yeah.
second time and you're like, did
No,
they
it's
just
not.
play a
They didn't play
planet?
full-
Right.
Why are there so many jokers?
Yeah,
Right.
like,
Yeah.
and like, before you know it, you're like, what the hell am I looking like?
Right, yeah.
These are all
sucks you
things
in.
that I understand, but in the context that, like, it's like that joke, like, I understood every word you said, but not in the order that you did.
Right,
Like,
right,
watching Balatro, it's like, I know what all of those things are, but I cannot.
But
figure-
what did you just do?
What did you just do?
Right,
Yeah.
Awesome.
So I mean, I think Balatro deserves it. I mean,
See, as the person who started out as the Balatro hater because of Dragon Age Velgar, yeah, it got me. It got the shit out of me.
It's just interesting to me.
it's-
Sorry, not to
No,
interrupt
you-
you, but it's so, like at its core, it's simple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's interesting to me that it won Game of the Year because it is such a simple like the strategies are complex, right? And the builds are complex, but it's such a simple game.
I think it brings us back to the like quality over quantity, right?
Yeah, for sure.
These big fucking huge games with like 90-hour playtime or whatever. Cool.
Right, yeah.
But like Balatro does this thing very well, and there's multiple aspects to it, multiple strategies, multiple
Also
ways
with
to go about
90-hour
it.
playtime.
Also with
Infinite hour
playtime.
playtime.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, yeah, I think you're onto something with that though too. Like when I think about like what the Legend of Zelda was at its core, right?
Right.
Like it is exploring the grid and trying to just going into a cave to see what's in the cave,
Yep.
right? And then oh shit, there's monsters in here, and like it's the
Da-da-da.
it's the quality of the unknown, right?
Right.
And like,
Found
holy
it.
shit, can I make this happen? What's gonna happen with this? In Balatro, I take it to be like, can I make this happen?
Yeah.
Can I do this with the limited with the knowledge I have of my deck, right?
Yeah.
And then like, okay, your skill set, your tools that exist in a base level OG Zelda game of like, okay, I have these 3 things.
Right.
Can I go in there and make it out alive? Right?
Yes.
Like the I think it's that same like mystery air of like, what can I make it happen?
Yeah,
That's what-
yeah, for sure.
it's the quality of that, right?
Mhm.
Like, yeah.
I've got a stick, some gum, and some string. Catching a
I
fish.
can do it.
I think it was this week. It was the creator of Smash Brothers, like wrote kind of an opinion piece or like had some pretty strong comments on. I think like video gaming right now is I think a lot of people are saying, or the industry is like kind of self-coining it as like a rebuilding phase, like
Sure.
with the restructuring and some of the layoffs, not necessarily being heavily creative, but
Yeah.
somewhat quasi-creative and whole teams moving from places and all that sort of stuff. But his comments were basically like game developers need to get back to making things they're excited about
Right.
making,
Yes.
right?
Yeah.
Like, and
Dial back the live service games.
Because you can feel
I'm
that.
fucking sure.
You can feel that though in a game. Like you can feel when someone poured their excitement into
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
Like there's for me anyway, I can tell
Yeah.
when like care and love went into a game.
Right.
And then I can feel micromanagement.
versus when like I can feel that like, oh, they just pumped another one out.
Well, as people have played Destiny for an extremely long period of time, there's periods like, man, they really cared about this shit, and then there's a DLC. It's like, what the fuck just happened?
Pirates.
Everyone's wearing pirates, and you can go underwater and you touch bubbles and you can breathe again.
Did you play Sonic?
Right? Yes. Remember that?
And this is where I get off. What?
He's gonna
I'll do whatever I want. I really like pirates. Okay.
I'm into it.
I like talking to space whales.
Yeah. So I mean, I think that's it, right? I'm not saying like I like a lot of live service games, right? I've spent a lot of time in games that are live service games,
but not everything needs to be live service.
Right.
And
Not everything
they
needs
feel
to
like
be-
there's a pressure to make them live. Like that's what everyone like. It seems
The live service games that have captivated people for enormous amounts of time and years and years and years.
Yeah.
Always, in my experience, start by somebody just being really excited about making that thing, right? Like, I mean, the maybe the outlier on that is like Fortnite.
Yeah.
You know, maybe Fortnite would be like the outlier on that, where like they saw what PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds was doing. They were releasing a completely different game.
Yeah.
And they were like, what if we made that but like a lot more friendly to kids? Like a lot less milsimmy, right?
Yeah, sure.
And so they completely pivoted. But that being said, I don't know how passionate that team was about that pivot. Maybe they weren't so passionate about the base builder wave defense game they were making. They played PlayerUnknown's Battleground and they're like, oh shit, we can like do something really cool with this. Let's pivot and make it. So I mean, I guess I can't say that, right? But it just felt derivative at the time to me as a PUBG player. I was like, well,
and now it's just straight corporate.
And sure, and that stuff happens.
Yeah.
Yeah. But like, I mean, that one took off and subsisted like really, and people really, really glommed onto it and loved it. But like, yeah, I mean, I think it is just a concept of, I think what Balatro is teaching people is like, you can make a extremely successful game.
Game of the year.
It's not about graphics. It's not about how many story arcs. It's not about how many more of them you're going to be able to release.
Right.
You can leave a legacy in gaming, just making something that you care about, right? And like I think Thunk, Super Thunk, or whatever his name is, like he still has remained anotcomment or mostly anonymous as far as I'm aware.
Super
like
Thunk.
the developer for Balatro, right? And his comment, people have been like, like, what's it been like? Like, you've sold millions of copies of this game now, and like, obviously that's got to have changed your life. And he's like, no, I still got to keep making Balatro. Like, I had plans for Balatro, and I haven't finished those plans yet. So like, I gotta make the thing that I was, when we hit 1.0 and released, like I was already on to like what the first expansion was going to be like, and so it's like his approach was like, I don't know. Yeah, like there's a lot of money in a bank account somewhere. I still got to make Balatro.
Right.
You know,
well, that's the way to do it. Otherwise, you're gonna get behind, and then that's how.
Or the game will
fail.
get shitty.
Yeah. I mean, but Balatro's not like live service. It doesn't require. I mean, it could just be this and then be done.
Sure.
But like his views of it is like, I had things that I was working on and I wanted to do, and I think that shows like the passion that he had for it. And I've heard like him say like during it, you know, like he was so invested in making it after he decided like it was going to be like, because he had like a prototype that he showed people and they're like, you got to make make this. And he was just like so invested in making it. He didn't play any other video games other than Slay the Spire. Like while it was coming out, just because like I don't think I think it's just like, I think that scratched an itch in his mind, and and so does Balatro, and like, so I think there's a reason that a lot of those player bases are in parallel. Like,
Gotcha.
okay, yeah. But then he also then realized, like, oh, why have you never played Slay the Spire? Oh, dude, you gotta Slay a Spire.
Nah, I gotta try this.
Okay, also not
we have
on
the
my
board
list.
game version of it right there. I'm gonna point off camera. I think
There it
off
is.
Camera.
Oh, you wanna whip it
Yeah.
out? Is it gonna play here?
Yeah. But then he also said, like, he was so invested in what he was doing and building, he realized, like, he had never actually played, like, a full run.
Oh.
Like, because he was so, like, testing, like, okay, how does this work with this? How does this work with that? Like,
Right,
how does
yeah.
this like
The
in the
nitty-gritty.
tuning and the tweaking and like making sure that's why I think it, being so invested on how this all works and not just going, I don't know, I made a cool thing, let me play test it a bunch
Yeah.
of times.
Right.
But like literally being like, I'm not going to play test the game, I'm gonna play test, does this
Right,
break?
yeah.
It's
Does
a
this break?
hyper attention to detail.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then going like, all right, I know all those things work. Let's see what it looks like in the
Gotcha.
I think that's cool.
Yeah.
I think. I know it's smaller scale, right?
Yeah.
I wish that idea was incorporated in a bigger thing to bring W2K25 back up, right?
Mhm.
They introduced an entirely new concept because it's still made by 2K. 2K had the city in NBA,
Mhm.
and they introduced the island in WWE 2K,
Mhm.
and that shit is unplayable
Mm.
still.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they've been like 2 weeks.
Like it just doesn't
Yeah.
work.
It just doesn't
Crashes the game.
Yeah.
Or whatever.
Yeah.
Nice.
because what made
It's on an
WWE
island
fun.
somewhere. Yeah.
What made WWE fun, it didn't rely on live service.
Right.
Mhm.
And to
Okay.
introduce it kind of randomly,
Gotcha.
Yeah.
unprepared,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and knowing it was going to be brand new, people jumped in immediately.
Right. Yeah.
Crashed.
Gotcha. Makes sense.
Yeah, I think that's what the industry's got to start learning, right? Like, are wrestling fans gonna be? Are you gonna make substantially less money? And I don't think the answer is yes. If you were to release 2K25, like WWE 2K25, and then the next one was 30, but 25 was amazing, and as many people were playing it as played WWE on the Nintendo 64, right? Like the people there was a time when wrestling games were not just being played by wrestling fans.
Oh, for
right?
sure.
Like
Right.
it was just like that game's
It
fun
made
as
wrestling
shit,
fans.
Yeah.
right?
Yeah,
It made wrestling
yeah,
fans,
right.
right? And like
WCW and Revenge? Though?
Yeah. yeah, I mean like I was only tangentially related to wrestling because my great-grandfather, my Italian great-grandfather was super into it. Weirdly enough, passed that on to my mom. And my mom was like, like wrestling is really entertaining. Like, but like it was never like stuck because it was like a part of my mom's life in like a big way. Right.
Mhm.
And so, but I only started caring about it because of the video game pipeline to it. And so I think that if more developers took that context and said, okay, let's get rid of this idea that we got to drop a new one of these and sell it to the same, 20,000 people every year.
Yeah. Right.
And we just focus on making a game every 5 years that's
Right.
wrestling. It's got all the updates, it's got new wrestlers. And hey,
Yeah.
you know what? A new wrestler starts popping off in between 25 and 30.
DLC.
Do a DLC pack,
Yep.
right? Add them into 25, like whatever. Like
Right.
that's not hard. And there's a little bit of extra kick, right? Somebody will pay $10 for their
Right.
favorite
Yeah.
wrestler
for
to
sure.
be back in the game or whatever.
$100 for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles added to the
Chill, dog.
No,
Get 'em started.
no.
Rev them up!
We almost have to talk about that now, but it'll derail us too far. I think that if more developers start to really take that lesson and go, it's really about passion. It's about making something you're passionate about. And again, I am not saying that people that are making live service games aren't passionate about making video
of course.
games, but I think that I think that plenty of them will acknowledge they're leaving great ideas on the table because they don't fit a schedule
Right.
versus like
I was gonna
moving
say,
a schedule
they're
to
getting
fit
paid
a
to
great
churn
idea.
shit out though.
Right.
Right.
The NBA, there's been I've seen a couple things about like the NBA 2K whatever games that are like, the graphics in 2020 were in 2025. Why did it look better in 2020? It's because they paid less detail, less attention to what they were doing in 2025, and they're just churning these things out year after year because they got to make money, right?
Right. And I think it's penny wise, dollar foolish. Honestly, like I think and there might be some licensing contract thing where like the NBA is like, well, if you don't release one, whatever, then fine.
Right.
Then release a skin drop of the same game and just go like and just be honest with your fan base and be like
we're dropping
a new game in 2020.
updated rosters of everything. This is on the same engine. It's the same thing. It's the same thing that you've been playing.
That makes the most sense.
You'll get a new game in 3 years.
You'll get a brand new game in. We're building and building towards this. I think that would be good.
Because I think, not to shit on 2K, but I will because I don't like them. I still buy the game. I'm a victim. It's an abusive relationship. But like
that shouldn't be your relationship with it though.
You're right.
Because you like it.
Because the thing, so WWE in basketball, right? Wrestling changes more than fucking the sport of basketball.
Sure.
The only thing that changes on a regular basis in the fucking NBA is the roster, which is a fucking quick fix.
Yeah, probably it's quite literally probably a CSV.
Yeah. It's a spreadsheet.
But nah, let's every year give us $70 real quick, please.
Right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Not including All-Star Edition, which just give you things you would have paid for anyway at the same time.
Yeah.
Like, why am I paying $99 just to get the same game with a $20 add-in that's thrown in?
Right.
You're just giving me the thing that I would have always paid for.
Yeah.
Yeah.
$130. Tariffs or something.
You're right. That's exactly what we're
I do have a surprise news on tariffs when we get there.
All right. When we get there.
Yeah, or we can do that now. I mean, if you want to.
There's a lot of
Did you have tariffs on the list?
No. Would have been wild.
Damn.
No.
Missed opportunity. We can touch on it real quick.
No. I just I think put a bow on it. Like I hope that rebranding phase or rebuilding phase of the industry. I hope they take it. Like I hope the industry takes it that thing. And if you are a 2K that's got to make them to keep the brand, like the sport franchise happy, be transparent with your player base, right? And go like we're making it, but recognize that like Tony Hawk Pro Skater started people skateboarding, like. Wayne Gretzky's 3D hockey made kids go out and play hockey, and
NFL Blitz made you drop kick your friends.
But if you make a good, fun sports game, your audience is much bigger, and we're not just talking about sports games. I think in everything. I think we've got enough industry data to see that like. Your franchise gets less popular as time goes on when you're just dropping year after year after year repeats of it. Unless you're Pokemon, I guess. On the tariff thing, a quick drop because I think it's officially announced at this point in time. But Dual Specs, which like we're a sponsored store of,
Dual Spec sleeves.
Dual Spec sleeves, released a new sleeve type called the Dual Spec XDs. And so we got our shipment of those.
Are they higher definition?
They are higher definition. Well, basically the same upgrades that we saw happen. Anybody want to do it? XDs. Okay.
Obviously, I wanted to do it.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right. So I
don't
think
like fun.
XD's nuts.
Okay.
Get
Yeah.
out.
So what was it?
No longer a sponsor.
Sorry.
If it makes him feel any better, I love Dual Spec sleeves.
No, I mean,
Yeah.
like straight up,
Josh doesn't.
It's not a thing where we are paid by them. Just to be very clear,
Yeah.
it's not a paid thing.
We just like them.
We like them. They're very business friendly. They're very customer friendly, and they make a high quality product that they keep improving on. And the XD's that, right? Like, this is gonna sound like an ad for First, but like basically the same thing they did with the classic sleeves, where they're like, hey, we made them better and they're cheaper, and you get more of them.
Yeah.
They're doing that with the XDs. So like the box goes down another $1. It's their most premium product, so it's cheaper than the classics were.
Okay.
Better shuffling, better durability, better that like all that same
Clear
double
side don't
warranty,
scratch as much.
all that sort of stuff, right? Yeah, that's what they're saying.
Cool.
I'll give it another try.
But along with that,
All right.
they had to announce that the Classics restock that was supposed to happen in February, is like question mark.
Oh.
And they're like it's
It's
tariffs.
what it is. Yeah.
Like we can't get them into the country cheap enough.
Gotcha.
Like to make it make sense
Right,
to
yeah.
to
They
sell them
gotta
to
make
you.
money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's not that they have to make, because they could just pass it on to
Right,
the
yeah.
customer base,
Right.
but they're like, well, we can't do that. And then like, hey, here's a better product that we are able to charge this amount for because of what the manufacturing costs were.
Gotcha.
The manufacturing costs are the exact same, but because we missed a window,
Gotcha.
like these would have to be $6 more a box, and it's like,
doesn't
so
make
we're just
sense.
not doing it right
Yeah.
now, right?
Yeah.
So like the classic sleeves will continue to be sold out pretty much everywhere. Everywhere that doesn't have them left over from before times. I guess October was the last restock.
It's full of yellows.
But if you do have a local game store that has dual specs at it, or you have like a favorite streamer that is sponsored by them, the XDs I think are available now. So
all right.
so that's cool and sad on the tariff front all at the same time. And that's my surprise bit of news is there's dual specs on the horizon and also not dual specs on the horizon.
And also
There
you
is
can't have
and
that.
isn't also dual specs on the
They're both
horizon.
simultaneously are and are not dual specs. To
These
be bought.
great sleeves exist,
specs.
but you cannot
Essential
have.
card
Oh, I
sleeves.
should say I missed the XD colors are none of the classic colors.
Oh,
So,
okay.
like,
New colors.
yeah, so it's all new color. It's like gold, silver, bronze,
Oh no.
metallic teal.
Oh no.
Yeah, like so that's the
You lost me.
Not
black,
because I don't like it, but my experience with metallic cards are
Yeah.
always bad.
black.
Yeah, you
Well,
lost
we'll
me.
see. We'll try.
Black, white are
Okay.
back.
White.
They didn't have a. There isn't a white in the.
I'm a big fan
and
of
rose.
the dual spec whites actually.
Yeah.
I bought all of the ones he had.
Yeah.
Granted, because I
here's
had.
one.
The irony is crazy. Now those black ones. How many whites you got?
I'm sorry. What?
What?
I'll take them all.
What'd you say?
I'll take all the whites.
I will be
please.
calling out Tremayne in the comments
Okay.
Damn.
because you did it to me.
That did happen. That did happen.
The what?
The what?
What did he say?
Flat rice. Yeah.
Speaking of cards and card games and card sleeves,
There's a lot of Pokemon stuff going on out here.
a lot of Pokemon stuff.
They
going
trying?
on. Yep.
They trying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Was it Singapore that was introducing it first?
It's a Pokemon Center. They've already started to do it.
Mhm.
So the Journey Together comes out in the U.S. If you're a U.S. person watching this, us. It's
They
out.
not like us.
It's out. It's out now when you're watching or listening to this at any local game store that was a pre-release store. So if you have a
Okay.
local game store that could hold a pre-release, they have it there.
Mhm.
If you're a Pokemon collector that does not have a local game store, and you're like a Target, Walmart, big box store, you're waiting for Friday. Or if your local game store does not have a league that is pre-release qualified, you're waiting until Friday. So it does come out this Friday. It's still the kind of shit show that Pokemon has been in terms of scalping
allocations.
and allocations
Yeah.
and distributor nonsense that's been going on since post Surging Spark. Yeah, all that fun stuff. But the Pokemon Company has implemented its first internal policy to kind of address it, which is they're stripping the saran wrap off of these bitches before they send them to you.
Oh shit!
They're opening them. So the Pokemon Company is opening your boxes before they ship them to you.
In
so-
an attempt to stop
Scalping.
Scalping.
It's not worth it.
Because I was gonna say, like, just from the obviously I'm not a player, but just from the outside, like,
I'm not a player, but I crush a lot.
but I crush a lot. Just from the outside, Pokemon looks fucking wild right now.
It is.
Like,
Yeah.
just a bunch of
Cowboy hats and
adults,
pistols.
Mhm.
just of a bunch of adults that are acting like feral fucking children.
Yeah.
Like it looks fucking ridiculous.
Well,
Oh.
I'm not going to say that of the whole community by any
Yeah,
stretch of
no.
the imagination. And I will say,
I'm not.
No,
I'm
no.
just saying
from the outside, that's
like
yeah.
if I working here
Yeah.
and knowing the people, I know that's not how it is.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But just from like we had a cup the
The
other
optics
day.
are
We had a
not
cup the
good.
other day. It was fucking awesome. Everybody was pumped to be here. It was
Yeah.
like a
Yeah.
great time.
I said that one dude, Tremayne. It was great.
Except for Tremayne. Tremayne
Who the
is
fuck likes that
Tremayne
guy?
fucking crashed out. Right? It was wild.
But yeah, just like if I were to take it just completely outside perspective, it looks fucking crazy.
Yeah, I mean, I've said it on this. I've said it in the store a bunch. Like, I can't imagine here, there, everywhere on a boat with a goat. Like,
With a hat, with a hat.
imagine. That's why
I can't imagine being a parent or even an adult looking at getting into a hobby and watching people punching each other in a
Right.
Costco and going and being like, yeah, I want to be involved in that,
Right,
right?
right.
Like, and I think the Pokemon company sees that and goes like, we gotta figure this
Yeah.
out, right? I don't know what they're doing in the background. Some of the friends of the store that are like at least contractors in that space says like, we'll see. They're doing stuff. They just
Yeah.
like to have all their ducks in a row before
Right, sure,
before they do something.
Yeah.
I don't think this is like the stuff they're doing in the background.
Yeah.
I've heard suggestions of they're intentionally letting the next two sets go this way just to see how much rules people are willing to break,
gotcha.
right? And how bold-faced people are being willing to break, because like with the Journey Together stuff, like people are already catching. I don't know if you guys have seen this. I don't know if I dropped this in the news or whatever. People are getting pre-orders from third-party companies through like Walmart and Amazon and stuff like that, where the listed business address is just distributors.
Yeah.
Mhm.
It's just the distribution warehouses.
Yep.
It's not their name, but
Yeah.
like their listed LLC business address is the same,
as their
like,
actual business.
as a
Or the distribution,
distributor,
yeah.
right? And so,
Yeah,
but
that's
like,
wrong.
But like,
My buddy Kyle sent me that.
but oh, did he?
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, but like and they're not like MSRP pre-orders or below
Right, yeah.
MSRP. It's like I paid $140 for this,
Yeah.
and it came from somebody who bought it as wholesale.
Right. They were supposed
as
to
you
give it
can.
to a shop.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah.
And so I think that being happening, boldface being collected. I'm guessing that's what we're seeing right now. And I think there will be restocks. I think we'll
Good.
see this product come back out. I think it'll all be good. But I think the Pokemon company literally going like, we don't care whether it's worth anything. Like,
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
like it's open. That's a pretty strong stance to say like, play with it, because
Yeah.
like that's the equivalent of like Hasbro like opening up a Black Series action figure and being like, this is made to be played with. Like,
Yeah.
Right.
like that's never happened before,
Yeah.
right? Like somebody who makes something that is both in the play and collectible space, like never have them go like, oh well, scalpers are doing their scalping thing. It makes our product more, and just be like, no, it's for fun.
Right.
Yeah.
Which is good. I hope that happens.
And again, it's not a forever thing. Probably it's just like you testing the waters, and then also like how many of these scalpers can we push out?
Right.
You know?
I think it's that because
because
the scalpers are the ones that are scraping things off the internet with bots. Like it's
Right.
not just people that collect like all of the people that come to this store and go to other stores and just collect Pokemon.
Yeah.
They're waiting in line. They're going to Target and they're buying one or two or three of something because they want to open it and they want to catch something, or they want one sealed for their sealed collection and they're going to open the rest of it and all that sort of stuff. They'll still get their stuff.
Yeah.
They'll be patient. They'll still get it. It is the people that are draining Pokemon Center of everything because they have bots. The people that bought up all of our pre-release kits the moment they accidentally got
On the
listed
site,
online.
Mhm.
We're using bots. They're using bots, right?
Yeah.
Like,
Right.
oh, well, the reason that you didn't get your return cancellation is because your email was firebot.
Right,
You know, like you're not fooling anybody, right?
I'm an asshole at gmail.com.
But yeah, I think that's cool. I think it's cool that that's happening. That being said, Journey Together is a cool set. We got Reset coming up soon, so that's exciting. And I'm tired of the TCG news and the Pokemon news being so negative because there's still a lot of really cool, fun stuff to do
It's a
in
good
it.
time.
And
I got my buy list ready.
yeah.
A lot of Zoroarks. A lot of Brock Scout.
Guy, it's 4.
It's 4. It's a maximum of 4.
It's a maximum of 4.
I mean,
lot of.
I'm gonna try to get 8.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, you need 2 playsets.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
I have a problem.
I got a 2 playset life that I live in my house.
You know
with
what I'm
Orkana.
saying?
Yep,
I
nope,
got
I
you.
get
You
it.
get it.
All right, all right, all right.
You get it.
Yeah, I get it.
You know
When you
the
have a
vibes.
wife who also plays with
Yeah.
you.
Yep.
That's
well,
2
I'm
playsets.
done cutting up this piece of paper to make you proxy.
Yeah. I'm fucking tired of these
I'm
proxies.
sick of proxies.
Yeah.
I don't want to practice with real cards again.
That's what we need is a VR thing
Oh,
that
word?
can like generate proxies. You can like put all the images in and then wear the VR and then like it. Ooh.
Oh.
We're onto something.
There's
Why
not even a
would-
Lot of greed.
There's not even a digital
But
game
not-
for Lorcana yet.
I know.
Front
That's, yeah.
pocket.
The front pocket.
So fuck me.
No, this
I
is what
tuned
this is
in
what
as
I'm
fuck
saying.
me.
Okay,
That's
it's
what
6. It's coming right off the top now.
Oh.
60 cards,
Oh,
Yeah.
but
Okay.
that each one of the cards gets sleeved. But the cards maybe it comes as a pack, but they all have like codes that the VR can see.
Uh-huh.
So it can change depending on what game you're playing. So basically, the cards are just like a serialized thing. So whatever game you're playing, it can recognize
1
what
through
that
60.
serial is,
Mhm.
and then it'll just show up on your view. Don't steal this from me.
This is a patent. This
Right now, I just made it a patent.
This is legally binding.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Anyway,
We did it.
I want to touch on one thing.
Yeah.
You did the heart thing, Kalima. Did
Did
y'all see the set photos from Mortal Kombat 2?
No.
No, but I've read a bunch of stuff about like what people are.
I haven't.
No.
Okay, so here's the thing.
What are we talking about?
What?
So the set photos for the upcoming Mortal Kombat sequel,
Oh.
and they showed Carl Urban as Johnny Cage,
Mm-hmm.
and I have never disagreed with a casting decision so aggressively. It looks bad.
Even loving Carl Urban.
I love Carl Urban. I
Yeah.
love the boys.
Yeah.
I love Doom. I defended Doom till death. I'm not saying it's an age thing, and I don't.
You saying that?
Johnny Cage should have a beard.
Johnny Cage should have a beard.
Wait, did he have a beard?
Yes.
Oh my god. Anyways,
It just
now I have to go look at this.
Take
Like,
I
it
watched
easy
it.
with the ageism around.
okay.
here.
You're right. You're right.
It's true.
Damn. I didn't
Is it an
really
older
know.
version of Johnny Cage?
It shouldn't be.
But what if it probably is?
But it
What if it's like
it's
a?
Australian Johnny Cage.
What if it's a? What if it's like a? He's
I
you know.
Good eye, mate.
good night.
What if it's like? What if it's like a
$2,000
scene where they
sunglasses,
gotta go?
asshole.
They gotta go get Johnny Cage because Johnny Cage is tired and he's
Right,
saying,
yeah,
like,
he's a cranky.
He's like, no, I don't want to fight him anymore. And like, come on, Johnny, you gotta fight for the mortal.
He's Fat Thor.
See,
He's Fat Thor.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
exactly what I was
yeah.
thinking
No, I
too.
want to stay here and play
So-
my video game.
Yeah.
That would be cool
Yeah.
if they didn't directly contradict that at the end of Mortal Kombat.
Dang.
Mm.
Yeah.
Because they were like it was like an upcoming
Yeah.
Johnny Cage poster.
Oh, gotcha.
And
Whatever.
Mortal Kombat is nothing but consistent on both
Definitely.
their lore
You
and
sure.
their narrative.
1,000%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Dog.
Never
Yeah.
deviate.
Never deviate.
Not that they they
didn't have
invented
to
a
blow
character
the
that
entire
didn't exist.
universe up.
This
Yeah.
is literally a shotgun blast.
Yeah.
Just connect the dots.
Yeah.
Shrapnel.
We're making more of these. Oh, we wanted to have a story. Shit.
Shoot it again.
Shoot it again. Who are these people?
Why are they killing each other? I don't know.
Why did we kill Goro so fast? Anyway.
Ryan Reynolds must right now. I said all I see is Ryan Reynolds massacring Deadpool. Like
Oh,
that's
yeah.
it.
See?
Yeah.
Ryan Reynolds could be Johnny Cage. I just don't like.
Okay.
All right,
Okay.
I'm good. I'm good.
We'll leave it
You
there.
are
We'll leave
entitled
it
to your
there.
opinion.
I'm cool.
That's okay.
I'll watch the movie. I
You
love
gotta
the
watch
you
the
gotta
movie.
watch the movie.
I mean, everybody hated Heath Ledger's like
Cast.
Joker look and the casting,
Mhm.
and
And then look at it.
And he
and then look at
killed
it.
that
So-
shit.
So people didn't like the way he looked. That people didn't like the way that he acted. People didn't like him as that role. And
Urban can save it.
yeah,
All
you
right.
don't know.
Fuck out of here.
He
You
can
don't-
save
You
it.
never know.
People didn't like Henry Cavill's the
You want to say something crazy?
no,
Yeah, right.
people didn't like the set photos and the early makeup tests for Henry Cavill's girl on
okay.
on
On
from
Witcher.
Witcher stuff.
I'll let that.
Oh.
I'll let that one slide. I thought
Yeah.
I
that-
thought he was about to talk about Superman.
They also
They did
didn't
not
like
like
that.
Superman.
How could they not?
Yeah.
I fucking hate Superman, bro. I know I don't want to go in that soapbox again.
Okay.
All right.
So we
Soapbox
are
is
so
away.
far off
Soapbox
rails.
is away. Rails. Re-engage.
Do you want to touch on the rest of it? You want to jump in? You want to talk about friends?
Yo, friends. Yeah.
You want to talk about buddies?
Yeah.
So we all.
Oh fuck, we're commoditized.
I watched Black Friends, which was Martin.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Yeah.
was Black Friends. Let's be honest.
Yeah.
Mo Martin or just
Martin Lawrence.
I know, but the show Mo Martin.
Yeah. I
Fucking
was
Mo
not
Martin.
I was in high
The show,
school.
dog.
I was in high school in the Friends
It
craze.
was on white TV. Sorry.
My
My bad. I'm sorry.
WTV came on promptly at 7 p.m. before bedtime.
Promptly.
Friends.
Friends?
What is happening?
I hallucinated again a show that didn't exist. And I thought it existed.
Oh.
It was probably an ad, and I'm an idiot. I'm sorry. Didn't have cable.
Yeah, we were talking last week. We talked about like competitive, competitive game, which is like competitive environments and competitive game playing and all that sort of stuff. And one of the things that I realized, like, you know, we were talking about how we met and like quickly, you know, became friends out of necessity because I needed somebody to carry me up a flight of stairs.
Legs don't work.
And so like,
You there, young man?
this is mostly your fault.
You there, young gentleman?
The stairs before I perish, for I've aged.
I require assistance.
He was like, "Excuse me, young lady," and I was like,
He's also hallucinating.
Yeah, also hallucinating. Lots
I
of
appear to have
Balatro.
gained 2 Charlie horses.
My calf muscles are nuts.
I am unable to move. Please help.
So that's weird because that's all completely accurate. No, but like in competitive environments and like all of us, you know, obviously, like you and I met outside of the store. You and I met outside of the store.
Right.
But like you guys I met here, and so many of the different friendships that this has formed and that I've seen form here, and that like new friends that I have, and people that legitimately care about each other an enormous amount, that I think like on the street you would not have gone like, that's going to be my next best friend.
Right.
Right?
Yeah.
Like,
For sure.
like, and you start to peel back the layers of somebody past like Pokemon. You're like, oh shit, we do have like a ton in common.
Yeah.
Right. Like,
Yeah.
you know, like, and all that sort of stuff. But like doing things competitively, even like friendly competitively,
Right.
but like in a casual competitive or a friendly environment where people are working towards getting better at the same thing.
Yeah,
at the
for
same
sure.
day. Playing games together. Like when you talk about board games, there's the point is to beat everybody at
Right,
the
yeah.
table.
Right.
Right? Like you sit down on a board game, if you're not playing a co-op board game, and you got 5 people that are all the people you're trying to beat there, and you'll walk away with friendships. And
Yeah.
you'll walk away with like the board game group that I'm a part of, like that is the age ranges are like 27 and their families are starting and like mid 50s and they're becoming grandparents,
Mhm.
right? Like that's the age ranges of all of the people. And like all dear friends, different political ideologies and everybody cares deeply about each other. And none of that other stuff gets in the way. And I'm not commenting on like whether or not, you know, you can't hold people accountable for their ideas, but like it doesn't supersede like the actual care that people are gaining around something that seems surface level and so there's something, I don't know what it is. I haven't thought enough about it to put my finger on it, but I thought like one of the something to talk about is like gaming friendships that form. And I mean, this happens in video games, right? There are people that get married. You know, I have a really dear friend, Daniel, who met his significant other in a text-based online adventure game, right? There's something about gaming, and especially when like you're doing something to compete towards achieving a goal together, that like just works with the human psyche in a way to be like, you know what, like fuck it, let's ride. And I don't know exactly what that is, but I think it's interesting to see it. It's like a fast track to like pretty deep connection with people, and that's interesting.
Yeah.
I think there's sorry, go ahead, Tremayne.
Well, I think there's something.
It's your show.
It's not, but I think there's something to seeing. Maybe not necessarily the competitive part of someone, but seeing someone care about something that allows you like a straight shot into their personality. Yeah. When you see someone compete, you see them trying their best, they're attempting to do well. It's something about that part of a person's personality that kind of allows you to see more of them.
I think there's also just an inherent time spent type of deal, right?
Sure.
Like
close proximity.
We became friends through playing against each other in Lorcana. That was our first interaction. And it's like, if you play a best of 3 against someone, you're across the table from someone for an hour.
An hour, right?
Like you are going to talk, right?
Yeah.
You're gonna, you know, kind of, and you know, you still have to have commonalities.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
But there's just this thing that's like, we're both doing the same thing. We enjoy this same hobby, and you know,
you're both doing something you enjoy together.
And we're here for an hour. We're gonna have to fucking talk about something, other than just cards, you know. So yeah, I think that's a small aspect of it for sure.
Yeah. Plus, you already got a way in. Y'all playing the same goddamn game.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah. And I mean, I think that we played maybe 2 times with each other, and I was like, hey, you want to come over to my house and play sometime, or we'll play any other board games or whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah. No, it's like, so you hit something that I thought was interesting, was like seeing different, like you can see a new element of a person too, right? And like you can see, so when my now wife and I first met, we both like, I'll give you a little bit of context, which was that like we both were like, I guess we'll like date or something. Like, and I mean like in the world, like we're like, I guess we'll go out in the world and start dating. Like gross. And we had started hanging out together, and then next thing I knew, I was like, somehow we were talking about our hobbies and interests first date or whatever, and then she's like, do we need a new liquid death? Okay. You outpaced me.
It was intentionally not supposed to distract you, and now it's like your life goal to make sure that yes, I did.
I'm impressed.
Yeah. I got 2 shades, 2 cans.
I like it.
2.
2 cans.
Point is that like we didn't talk a ton about like we dove right into our hobbies and interests like when one of the first times that we hung out.
Yeah.
And I had mentioned that like I was really into video gaming.
Yeah.
And she was like, oh, I used to play a lot when I was a kid, but like I'm not really contemporary anymore. And I was like, oh, okay, whatever. Well, then I started crashing at her place sometimes, and I started bringing my consoles over.
Right.
And then like she was like, oh, what are you playing? Like what? And was watching me play The Witcher 3 and was like, what the fuck is that? This is so cool. And then I brought my GameCube over and we started playing like old school games together. And like you do get to see, and I got to watch like a passion of hers be reignited because she had taken so many years away from video games. And like I was like, oh, this is a really interesting side to her, and also got to see her level of competitiveness. Yeah. Like, and just kind of, and so now like one of the main things we do together in the evenings is we watch TV, but we mostly play video games together. on the couch,
Mhm.
like, and we share a video game experience.
Right, yeah.
Like
Yeah.
that is, and we have a list of like games that we like want to play soon. And like
Nice.
she sits on one end of the couch propped up with a dog. I sit on the other side of the couch propped up with a dog. And we were like, what game are we playing tonight?
Mhm.
You know, and
Mhm.
that's where that has taken us now
That's
in
awesome.
our marriage. But you know, if I hadn't started bringing video games around, or if I'd also paused because I'm seeing someone new and what if she thinks I'm a big fucking dork?
Yeah.
You know,
Mhm.
right? Like,
She definitely thinks you're.
well,
a
she
fucking
does
dork.
think I'm a big fucking dork. That is still true. But she also thinks she's a big fucking
Yes.
dork, so it works out.
We adults together.
And yeah, but I think you see different aspects of a person in
Yeah.
sharing that hobby, because there's a competitive nature to games, or there's a cooperative nature to games,
Yeah.
right? And like, we played Overcooked together when we were still dating, and I was like, oh, here we go, let's see what
Definitely play
happens.
that one,
And you
by
know,
the way.
we work well as a team, and I was like, holy shit, this is great,
Yeah.
right? You know,
Even the cooperative though is like it's the same type of cooperative as like, I'm not gonna say like it's the same level of stakes, but it's the same type of cooperativeness of like, you know, like quote unquote being in the trenches with somebody.
that's what I mean.
Right.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
it,
Like,
the stakes are not there by any stretch
Right,
of
yeah.
imagination. I'm not trying
It's
to
not
say
dangerous.
it's not dangerous, but like I think to
Well-
our human brains and our experience as humans, there's not. It's like we got to do this
It doesn't
together,
know the
right?
difference.
Like it doesn't know the difference, and there
Less
is.
adrenaline.
I think Tremayne. I think your point of like the inherent. You didn't use this word, but like vulnerability.
Fuzzy.
sorry.
Like
Yeah.
that's what it, like you're sitting down at a table, you're gonna do something which is effectively vulnerable, which is to say, I want to be good at this,
Yeah.
and I want to win, and I may not do that in front of you,
Right.
right?
Right.
And they are sitting down with that exact same set, like and you navigate that situation together, both the push and pull, right? And I think what happens is like when you do win,
Yeah.
I think most people when that happens, it's like, oh man, good game. Like, you know,
Yeah.
like it was really, I thought you had me when you did this, and this,
Mhm.
and then like, this is how I did that. You're like, oh man, like I knew I was done as soon as you did this.
Yeah.
Why I did. You like pull the veneer off because you're like, oh man, I thought you were like super confident about this win. And they're
Right.
like, no, I
Yeah.
literally shit my pants. Like, I have to go upstairs right now.
Like, you smelled it, right?
Well, I mean, on the flip side of the coin, it's like you also get to see a person in a shitty part of their life, and that's losing,
Yeah,
Right.
yeah,
right? And see
yeah.
how they react to that. Some people react fucking terribly,
Sure,
right?
yeah.
And some people, no, but and so that's like it's just another like
That's where all the chairs are going.
another
Right.
yeah, just another spot of vulnerability, right?
Yeah,
you get
yeah,
to see
I-
somebody lose, see how they react. Like if they're like, dude, you know, you're a great player, man. That was such a great game. Or if it's like, fuck, dude, you know, there's a
Yeah.
difference. So
Yeah.
you can,
And I think there's, I think that all of it does. And when you are vulnerable with somebody, you build I mean, every marriage counseling thing ever will tell you, like, if you can't both come to the table vulnerable, you're
Yeah.
gonna have problems,
Right.
Right.
I mean,
And
the
so,
first time
like,
we met, I was carrying you up the stairs and we were looking at each other.
this is,
I was
was
like,
spending-
I was like this. I will cuddle this man. He will be my friend.
yeah, yeah. That's what happened. Yeah, I mean, there is not more of a vulnerable situation than
Then
being like,
please
I'm
carry me.
physically.
And I wish that I was lying, but that's actually exactly how it went down.
Yeah, I mean, exactly. That was it. To the T. Yeah, Jesus Christ.
You and me forever, pal.
You and me.
But that space has a lot
6
of it
seasons,
too,
Morty.
right? And like, and like the gym space, the like people that go to the same powerlifting gym, CrossFit
Yeah.
gym,
Mhm.
strongman gym, or even some Globo gym. I think Globo gyms generally have more of a put your fucking headphones on and don't talk to me thing
Yeah.
than like a lot of like the
Camaraderie, yeah.
powerlifting and,
Mhm.
and bodybuilding gyms and stuff like that,
Mhm.
where it's like you're doing your own thing, but you're all doing it together,
Right.
all towards a similar goal.
Yeah.
Well,
That stuff takes a lot more strength and grit. So sometimes you need that. You know, like when you just go into the regular gyms or whatever, and people aren't, putting 1,000 pounds on the deadlift.
Right.
You know,
Right.
like you don't need that extra drive. Like your pre-workout's probably fine.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
But like when you're going to lift the super heavy power stuff, like sometimes if you don't get that slap on the back,
Yeah.
maybe you're not gonna pull that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like so.
He need a spot.
You fixed my back. I got this. Yeah.
No, I mean, I think there's that same. I think that's it. There's a competing element. There's all that stuff, but ultimately, what's happening in competition is that vulnerability, right?
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, if you put a bunch of weight on a barbell and don't lift it, you are not gonna feel awesome
Right.
after that. I can contest, right?
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
and having people there that are like, it's
Hey, dude,
okay,
it's
you
all good.
will.
I've done
Yeah,
that
right.
before. I've failed too.
Yeah.
You know?
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're gonna do
Um,
this over and over and over again.
And the competing in gaming or gaming at a table space is like really interesting. Board games. I mean, we
Yeah.
talk a lot about TCGs, but I love playing board games. It's the same thing, right?
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
you're still there to beat the other 4,
Yeah.
5, 6 people you're playing at that table with, and there's no like world board game champ. I mean, there are for things like Catan, but
Yeah.
like
Carcassonne.
but most games. Most games like Risk, there are.
There
As
are.
I said, there isn't. I'm like,
There's so many.
Well,
Let's
listen
list
to
them all.
this one, and this
Yeah.
one.
On the list.
I have to correct myself. But the bigger point being, like, most board game groups are not a bunch of people, even with massive collections, getting together to go perform on a competitive stage.
Yeah.
Sure.
Like a lot of TCG spaces are.
Yeah.
But even still, you're sitting down and you're thinking, and like half the time you play a game for 2 hours, 3 hours, and you sit down. And the last 30 minutes is everybody going like, oh man, on like
Yep.
turn 6 when you played this, I was like, oh, we had it.
Mhm.
And the table talk that happens along the way, it is all vulnerable and it is interestingly emotional, even though you get to talk about it. You get deep glimpses of people's personality
Sure.
in different in stakes. Are the stakes high on a TCG table or a board game table? No,
Right.
ultimately no.
Yeah.
But I don't know that from an emotional level our brains know the difference.
Right.
I can tell you my brain doesn't, for
Yeah.
sure. Like, because I still just, like, when I think about, when I compete, like, when I do compete, I can feel like there is a fucking lion chasing me
Yeah.
Yeah.
in my heart, right? Like, and I have to literally go, okay, Rachel, like, it's not that serious, right? And take a deep breath.
Yeah.
You're playing cards. It's
Yeah.
okay. But like I think that there's that gravitas to any kind of game type experience that, to your point, triggers your brain to go like, this is a deep connection now.
Right, yeah.
Mhm.
And like, so one example I definitely have is that like when my life was just a train wreck, like I was just going through it. And I was playing one of my really good friends from when I worked at Allstate. Ari is a wonderful human being who I love to pieces. Shout out to Ari forever and ever. And they were like, "Do you want to play Destiny 2 with me?" And I was like, "I've never played Destiny. I'm gonna be bad.
Mhm.
Gonna be real fucking bad."
Yeah.
And they were like, "That's okay. Like, it doesn't matter to me at all. Like, just play
All
a
you need
game."
is $700 and you can play with me at anything that I'm doing.
And, right, it's fine. You're gonna have a great time. And we just did the campaign, like that's all they
Yeah.
wanted to, And I remember, this is gonna sound so stupid, but I was so just bummed out, and like I'd put on a bunch of weight, and I just felt like about my everything.
Yeah.
And Ari was doing a circle around my character, like marveling at my gear and how cool my character looked. And they were like, "Wow, your gun's fucking cool too. Holy shit." I had nothing,
Yeah.
but they were just like pumping me up because
Yeah,
they
yeah.
knew
I like the
was,
shader you're using.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like I was pumping me up because I was just like in the shitter.
Yeah.
And that 3 hours that I played Destiny with Ari was like a flip 180 in how I felt about being in the world.
Yeah.
Nice.
Like, which was super cool. Like, that's forever one of my favorite. I have a video still to this day of Ari doing dances around me because it
Nice.
was just
Wait,
like
a Destiny player running in a circle?
I'm weird, right? But anyway, like that was such a like that memory is with me
Yeah.
because it was so cool.
Yeah,
Like,
that's awesome.
But
I'm
yeah,
glad it was Destiny.
This is a silly situation, very similarly, but like, and I don't even know this person. So if for whatever reason this ends up having an audience and people retroactively, and you're like, "Holy shit, that was me!" Please reach out because, like, legitimately, I play a game called The Isle. It's a survival game where you are born on the island as a dinosaur.
Okay.
Surprise!
True and dinosaurs?
No way!
And so like. It's all it's just
Right
dinosaur like yeah.
It's
It's all dinosaurs. Some of them are prey like dinosaurs.
Right.
Like some of them are carnivore dinosaurs, and like and that's the island, right?
Yep.
And you survive nights, you grow, all stuff. I was solo playing as a Stegosaurus, and yeah, I was solo playing as a Stegosaurus. There's not Triceratops in it, so that's the closest I could get.
What the fuck kind of game is this?
It's
What kind of dinosaur
game?
there are Triceratops in the original like early access one, and then
okay.
like there's more dinosaurs in that version, and
Okay,
they're
okay.
like they
Alright.
leak them in as they get balanced. Anyhow, and so a pack of raptors, all players, start to hunt me as a baby. And I kill two of the three of them, or two of the four of them. One of them runs off, and then the other one like starts bowing. And it's also like a juvenile raptor, right? And it starts like bowing, and I'm like, and I bow, and it bows back. Me and this person played for like 6 hours. We grew my Stegosaurus all the way to full, them their raptor all the way full. And like
one tail swing and you killed it.
no,
okay.
no, like we
And you were buds?
You protected
we were buds.
each other?
We mixed,
That's
cool.
we mixed herded. Like I would go into a big open field and like feign being a big dumb hurt Stegosaurus, and like a carnivore would come out to like attack me, and this person would fuck it up, and like, and that's where like they'd get their meat for, and then since they were fast and could like survey areas quickly, they'd go and find like my preferred food groups because I wouldn't have to waste energy searching
comms?
for food. There's no comms.
Oh my God, how are you doing this?
You can't speak in this game.
Oh, that's so
You can't
cool.
speak in this
Oh
game.
my
The
gosh.
only thing you can speak, but it's all dinosaur noises. Yeah, it's all dinosaur noises. So
That's
like
awesome.
I went onto the forums and I was like, hey, if you were on like Northeast 4, I think it was whatever it was, like playing as a raptor last night for like 6 hours, mixed herding with just a single Stegosaurus, like I never got a response or anything like that. But
This needs to go onto one of the TikTok videos.
This
because
has
you need
to.
something with a larger reach. We will find you.
Yeah, we have
Yeah,
to.
it was such
actually
it
have
was such a fun experience of
That's
just
awesome.
like
That's so cool.
you know, of like, and, you know, like my Stegosaurus cosplaying as a raptor,
Right, yeah.
and like, but can't eat meat, so the raptors have to like go and find, because like some of the carnivore dinosaurs you can like grab like pumpkins and stuff like that and like bring them
Oh, gotcha.
back.
Oh,
You just
okay.
can't eat them, but like you can
move them, yeah.
you can move them.
Gotcha.
Set traps and things like that. But they were
Nice.
literally using the mechanic to like go find food and bring it back to me, so I didn't have to expend energy to do it, because
Amazing.
all of the stamina stuff works differently for each one. Really cool. It's a cool game. Like if you're into survival games or dinosaurs, it's rad as hell. But also like
What a very cool experience.
yeah, with somebody I'll probably never meet.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like but like
Unless this blows up.
yeah, well, yeah. But it, like I think about that interaction like I don't like at least once a month,
Yeah.
That's awesome.
right? And I'm like, oh man, you know, like, and so that stuff's cool, and it does
Drew just goes
do-
onto the game and he just is a Stegosaurus and he just sits there.
Yeah,
Just with a
Yeah.
pile
He
of
goes up
pumpkins
to every
and-
raptor and he's like, and they're like,
yeah. That Stegosaurus died.
Yeah, that one's long gone.
Yeah.
Steggy
That's
That
McSteg.
is dope.
Yep.
Damn.
I mean, I didn't say anything.
How you do?
A lot of my friendships, like, weren't started like on the video games.
Mhm.
Like, but they were definitely
strengthened.
strengthened via video games. You know, so
Yeah.
like my bestie, you know, met him in college or whatever, but we played World of Warcraft all the time.
Mhm.
You know, so that was where we both tried to flunk out
Yeah.
of college
Yeah.
with that, but we still remember our characters and we still use some of those names because they were stupid and
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
You were Jacob?
Yeah, that was a good time. Leroy Dragons! God damn it, Leroy! What a video.
What a
Was it
world-
real? Was it fake?
It wasn't.
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It's on stage.
We just found out 2 years ago
Yeah,
or
I think
something
so,
that
yeah.
the whole thing
It feels
fake.
bad, man.
It feels bad.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was so much better when it wasn't staged.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because now everybody's staging their shit and it's not funny.
Yeah.
But we're funny. But my other friend group or whatever, where I knew two of the guys or whatever that were in that, but then playing games together, Destiny, a lot of that stuff or whatever, really But going back to how we were talking, it kind of lets your guard down. It almost pulls back a couple of the layers that maybe. I don't know this person at all, but I've already bypassed layer 1 and layer 2, and I'm onto the third layer of security.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then it just immediately feels like friends because we're both playing the same games. You know the people I know, or you know people that like this too.
Yeah.
But yeah, those relationships. But I don't see them in person often. I mean, when I do, it's always a good time, and I love hanging out with them because they're smart and I love them. But we're all people with our own shit to do, and they're also the kind of people that are hey, spend $15 on this video game that we're gonna play for 2 weeks and then not play it anymore, But I can't keep up with their clip,
Sure.
right?
Sure, yeah.
So I'm full dad mode. It's down to single player games.
Yeah.
I had this conversation with my buddy Kyle because we were talking about the split fiction.
Yeah.
Because maybe we'll make an exception to do this together.
Right, yeah.
But other than that, it's we just don't have time to do that.
Yeah.
But all of those things and all of the stories you gain, I can't tell you how many stories we have, from playing Call of Duty or whatever, Warzone or whatever, and just the dumbest shit that gets talked about and the dumbest stuff that comes up. Just remember that shit forever, dude.
Yeah, you
for
do.
sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. You do.
And it's the kind of stuff that talk to non-gamers and they're like, I don't fucking get it. You had to be there, man.
Yeah.
You had to be there.
Yeah.
Good thing I got this on live stream. Watch this. Let me bring this up.
Yeah.
Now watch it.
Yeah.
Enjoy it with laugh.
I still don't get it.
You're one of us now. Anyways, but that's
No,
all.
I think your WoW experiences. I mean, so many different people. I mean, there are lots of people who I only know by their gamer tag.
Yeah.
But I know
Same.
their gamer tags, not almost every single Ubermelon, I never met in person. I know their names. I know a lot of their actual real life names, and I've had conversations outside of the game with them, but I've never actually gotten to meet any of them in person. But hours upon hours getting better at this thing. People from my old WoW guild, that know me as Serato, right?
Yeah.
And that's it. And yeah. Yeah.
That's tough. That's tough, man.
That's tough.
Yeah.
That's dope.
Yeah. It's just the end of Ceratops.
Oh my God!
It's just
On today's episode of things you shouldn't have said. Should have said that one good. I think it's cool.
Yeah.
All Triceratops.
And I said it
all
thinking
the time.
it made it cooler.
Triceratops, guys.
You guys don't get it. No, but
You can call me Aptor.
yeah. No, that one's obvious. No, but World of Warcraft stuff, Star Wars: The Old Republic when I was playing that big time.
No, I was laughing at that. I was just remembering when one of my friends when I were playing Call of Duty Zombies, and just she's one of my best friends still, but she used to just scream "Beam me up, Scotty," which was because reasons when she wanted the gun.
Yeah.
Beam me up,
Oh yeah.
You wanted to be.
Yeah.
She was just screaming that at me.
Yeah.
And
You got it.
weird inside jokes.
Bee's dick.
Yeah,
That's my group. Yeah.
Yeah.
Welcome. Welcome.
I don't know the words to Beyonce's "Single Ladies," but I do have a complete song called "Bottle Generator" because of Last of Us. That is to the exact same rhythm, it's the exact same melody.
The bottle generator.
It's and it's just because there's a crate in Last of Us that, like, if you do a circle, there's always another bottle there. Like, you can pick the bottle up. If you go around the room and you come in, there's another bottle. So it's the bottle generator and the group of people that, like,
I'm gonna recycle these for 5 cents a piece.
There is, like, there's something to it. It does really, really create very big, lasting friendships.
Yeah, for sure.
And I guess my closing thoughts on it are, like, perhaps if you find, that's why people who maybe find themselves missing that portion of connection end up finding it there in deep and meaning ways. You might find it at a game store, find it in a game. And all of this to say, like, don't let anybody tell you that's not real.
Right.
Not only that, but if you're feeling low in life at any point, go to your local game store. You will find some cool ass people.
Honestly, I agree 1,000%.
Yeah, you'll find cool ass people there that are super accepting, different walks of life, different personalities that you
want to play with you.
And want to play with you. You'll find
that has a
you'll find
league.
a friend.
We should say a local
league,
game store that has leagues or tables to play at.
There needs to be a community there.
Yeah.
Don't go to GameStop.
What?
Who said that? Nobody said that. What?
Nobody.
We're all judges.
Anyway.
Nobody said that.
Well,
they're gonna take us for everything we have.
okay.
All 6 cans of liquid death. 2 pairs of glasses.
2 pairs of sunglasses.
No, 2 pairs of
I got
sunglasses.
this empty M&M wrapper
shit.
and a broken watch band. So
there you go.
there you go, GameStop.
I got a
I
half-used
got
chapstick.
chapstick.
Yep,
Oh,
same.
wow, they're getting two chapsticks out of this? Oh, shit.
Oh, no, 2
Put
different
those away, they
flavors.
might actually come after us.
Oh man, that's cherry chapstick too.
oh, no, I'm
man.
done for.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess my closing thought. I think friendships are important. And ironically, I had a conversation with my girlfriend earlier today. I didn't tell her to, like, get out the house more, but I kind of told her to get out the house more.
Nicely and loving.
I did. It was nicely and loving because I was like,
Get out the house more, babe.
yeah, sure. Well, because here's what I said,
You know.
and I meant it, and I love her to death. But I was like, I want to be your best friend for the rest of our lives, but I don't want to be your only friend.
Yeah.
And that's kind of what, and I was like, it's not healthy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So it came from a place of love. I was just like, try some stuff out. You didn't hate the shop. Just come down every now and then.
Yeah.
We need connections.
Yeah.
No doubt.
And, like, the show wouldn't exist if we didn't all become
Yeah,
friends. We
sure.
became friends
Yeah.
through gaming.
Yep.
Ron TCG, you TCG, you TCG.
Wow.
Yeah, and I love y'all gratefully. I was Grady Stone that episode because I'm grateful for the friends I've made through this space, through this shop, and through this show. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. It's been your boy, Sergio Patterson. Come follow your boy, Tremayne Lab. Follow the show. Follow the Pete's.
Make a new friend.
Make a new friend.
We're talking about double D's and Beavers.
Double D's, Beavers, and boxes at some point. That shit was crazy.
He's nuts.
Bye!
What have we done?
He just had to bring it back.